Welcome to the Economics Brief. Title for today, Decision Grade Analysis in the Age of Plausible AI. Brought to you by the Institution of the Americas for Strategic Business Intelligence. I'm your host, advisor, analyst, Rick Alonzo. Disclaimer. This is an unclassified brief for educational purposes only. This episode discusses AI, artificial intelligence, business analysis, decision-making, and advisory standards. This is not investment advice, legal advice, or a recommendation to avoid any specific AI platform. The purpose is to explain why AI has made plausible analysis easier to produce, but not automatically reliable enough to guide decisions. This episode is adapted from the Institution of America's report, Decision Grade Analysis in the Age of Plausible AI. Bottom line up front, BLUF, executive summary. AI has made polished analysis cheap, fast, and widely available. That does not make it decision grade. A clean report no longer proves that the sources are strong, the assumptions are visible, or the conclusion can support the action. The market is shifting. Basic summaries and plausible first drafts are becoming easier to produce. The premium is moving toward verification, source discipline, assumption control, and human judgment under consequence. For the Institution of the Americas, the opportunity is not to sell more reports. The opportunity is to sell decision-grade intelligence standards that help businesses know what to trust, what to verify, and what action the evidence can support. And here we go. Welcome to the Economics Brief, brought to you by the Institution of the Americas for Strategic Business Intelligence. I am Rick Alonzo. Today's brief looks at artificial intelligence and the future of analysis. AI has changed the economics of analytical work. A person can now create a market summary, a competitor overview, or a polished business explanation in minutes. That changes the buyer's problem. Before AI, polish was harder to produce. A well-written report can signal that time, skill, and research went into the work. That signal is weaker now. AI can produce language that sounds structured and professional, even when the underlying work is thin. That is the issue at hand. AI has made plausible analysis easy. It has not made analysis automatically decision grade. Plausible analysis sounds right. Decision grade analysis can support an action. And that's the difference that matters. A business owner does not usually lose money because a paragraph sounded awkward. A business owner loses money when the analysis behind the decision is wrong, incomplete, or built on an assumption nobody checked. AI can help with the first drafts, outlines, summaries, and basic research framing. Those are useful functions. But none of that proves the output is ready to guide a decision. A report can sound confident and still hide weak evidence. It can describe a market without explaining how the market works. It can recommend action without showing what could change the judgment. That's why decision-grade analysis needs a higher standard. The new trust problem. AI raises the visible floor. More people can now produce work that looks intelligent, but the ceiling does not rise automatically. The ceiling still depends on verification, judgment, and accountability. And the danger is not that AI can make mistakes. The danger is that AI can make mistakes in a clean language. A weak claim becomes more persuasive when it is well written. A bad assumption becomes harder to notice when it sits inside a polished report. A false answer becomes more dangerous when it sounds confident. This creates a trust problem for businesses. Small and mid-sized companies will use AI because it's fast and useful. Many will not have research departments, governance systems, or internal review teams. Employees may use AI quietly to draft emails, summarize vendors, or shape recommendations. That gives the business speed, but it also reduces visibility. Who checked the source? Who verified the claim? Who separated fact from assumption? Who decided the answer was good enough to act on? If nobody owns that process, AI becomes a faster way to move uncertainly through the business. Where analysts still matter. The weak argument says that AI makes analysts obsolete, and trust me, it might sound that I have a bias in this, but it's not the right framing. AI changes where analysts create value. The lower layer of analysis is becoming easier to produce. Basic summaries, first drafts, and generic market descriptions are no longer scarce. The scarce part is the so what, or the judgment. A good analyst does not only produce words. A good analyst tests the claims and identifies the assumptions, explains the mechanisms, and connects the evidence to the action, to what the decision maker is really looking for. The analyst asks where the claim came from, what has to be true for the conclusion to hold, and what evidence would change the assessment. That is the work AI does not automatically solve. AI can assist the process and it can speed up parts of it, but the decision still belongs to a human being or an institution that has to live with the results. And that's where the premium shift. Why this matters for business owners. Most business owners do not wake up asking for intelligence methodologies. They wake up facing decisions. Should they expand? Should they trust the vendor? Should they enter into a new market? Change the pricing? Or should they partner with another company? AI can help organize the information around those questions, but AI cannot own the consequences of the decision. That is why the advisory value is not we use AI. That's not enough. The value is we can help you know what to trust, what to verify, what assumptions matter, and what action the evidence can support. For small and mid-sized businesses, that matters because time and staff are limited. They need clarity, but they also need protection from confident-looking output that has not been tested. The business problem is not access to the information. The business problem is knowing which information can carry the weights. AI compresses the value of generic research summaries. If the Institute of America sells only summaries, AI pushes the price down. But if IOTA sells verification, because it does, partner vetting, market interpretation, decision systems, and execution support, AI strengthens the offer. The buyer is not going to pay for a word count. The buyer is paying for the confidence discipline. The buyer is paying for a process that separates what sounds right from what supports the decision. And that's what gives IOTA a clear position. It's not framed as an AI consulting brand. It's framed as a strategic business intelligence practice that can help companies make decisions in an environment where credible looking analysis is everywhere and trust is harder to verify. So AI really does make the noise cheaper, but decision standards make the signals more valuable. Analyst comment. AI does not remove the premium on making so whats or judgments. It increases the penalty for weak judgment because weak judgment now travels in a better language. A poor conclusion can be easier to spot when the writing was weak. Now poor conclusions can arrive in clean paragraphs with confident structure. Businesses need stronger standards and not just faster tools. The analyst's role changes, but the value no longer is in the price producing plausible language. The value is now verification or source discipline, assumption control, and decision relevance. For the Institution of the Americas, the path is clear. We just don't sell more analysis. We provide decision-grade analysis to help business know what to trust, what to test, what to ignore, and what to do next. 3 things close. AI has made credible-looking analysis widely available while leaving verification, judgment, and accountability resolved. Next action. Go ahead and check out the Institution of America's analytical papers in the report section on their website. You can see examples of what this type of research looks like. And also other content on the Instagram page, Rickonomics. Owner. Well, all that content is part of the Institution of the Americas by Rickonomics. In closing, this has been the Rickonomics Brief, brought to you by the Institution of the Americas for Strategic Business Intelligence. I'm Rick Alonso. AI can make analysis faster, cleaner, but speed is not judgment. Polish is not proof, and plausibility is not enough. Decision-grade work still requires evidence, assumptions, consequence, and action. But until the next brief, may wisdom guide your decisions, may faith steady your steps, and may peace be with you.